Yeah, I think Baylor has condensed this meet from the past, and I think you've got Texas and A&M, and of course Baylor and us, Oklahoma State. It's really a little bit of a preview of Big 12, and then I think Notre Dame. There's just a couple of teams, but they've eliminated a lot of the mid-majors, and so it's really mostly our conference with a few SEC and then Notre Dame. So.
Do you like being able to go up against so many Big 12 teams just before you see them at the Big 12 meet, or do you kind of just more internally focus on what you guys are doing and not really care much about the type of competition that you're facing?
Well, I try not to worry about it. I can't lie and say I'm not peeking around the corner and watching them a little bit, but we've got to take care of us, as you say, and each week we're trying to get better in preparation for the Big 12s, and so we're just trying to get each person in their individual event a little bit more this week and see if we can get some better marks.
Since we're so early in the outdoor still, are you raising your expectations from meet to meet, or how does that go when it is still early in the outdoor season?
Well, everything, unfortunately, in our sport, other than getting your regional mark, I mean, it's conference, regional, and national, because you do have to work your way through there, and you have to meet a mark, but then you got to beat people once you get to that point. So we're trying to get good marks so we can get good lanes for the Big 12, and then we're also trying to get a good regional mark, which will help us also when we go to Sacramento. So, and then stay healthy and got to have us a chance to go to Big 12 and have a chance for a championship.
And we talked about it kind of last week, but do you think this team is set up still just well, if not better than they were for indoors, as far as we were talking about Big 12 Championship, National, all of that?
I do, with the 4x1 being included outdoors, and then, we've got the 400 hurdles, we've got the discus. There's things that we have some good people in that will help us there. So I still think we're a little bit better outdoor team.
And we talked about the men's team was ranked number 1 a lot of time indoor, number 2 now in outdoors, but now the women's team is now ranked. How is that nice to see now? It's the whole team is really overall getting better.
No doubt. So much fun to see the women get in the top 25 and to hold on. And I think we really haven't had our best meet yet. We've not had the perfect weather. We've not had everybody together at the same time. So I think you're going to see the women even actually maybe move up in that poll some more, and gives them a lot of confidence. And I think it's just so fun for both teams to be ranked.
What's made that jump this time for the women to get ranked? What was different this last week?
Well, we took off last week, but the week before we had, had a really good mark with Peyton in the triple jump, and then Kaylee in the multi, and then we've had Zaria all year long, but had also a personal best in the high jump. And when you have those 3 top quality people, that's a national poll. So you get 4 or 5 really good kids, and you can move up quickly.
Were you expecting to see them ranked this week, or was it?
I was really hoping, and I knew we were going to be close, and then we just did enough, I think, 2 weeks ago to get there. And I think we could get better after this week, too.
I don't know if we've talked to you since Vincent and Sarah swept Big 12 weekly honors, but it seems to me like she just has grown so much, even in the last couple of years. Is that, something that you've really seen, just that progress of her in the last few years?
Yeah, we've been trying to groom her to move her up to the 400. She's a sprinter in high school, and that's a big jump for a lot of kids. But she's just embraced it and gotten better and better, and then gained a lot of confidence. And I think, what she told me immediately after the race was, I could have pushed it more and run 51. So I loved hearing that, and I just love seeing her improve like she has, and really becoming a leader on the team too, and giving her a chance to move up nationally and of course really high in the Big 12.
I guess it's a benefit because it shows you who you're going to go up against for your events, but so it benefits everyone, but me personally, I don't really look at it that much just because I do the multi, and so you're not doing so many multis every week against Big 12 people just because it's so strenuous on your body, so you really can only do it once before you hit conference. So I see them in open events, and it's good for when I do come back and compete in open, but overall for the women's team it is a good sign because it gives you a confidence boost when you are beating them in preseason before you get there.
So do you guys sometimes cheat and kind of watch them a little bit whenever you get to those meets with conference teams?
I mean, I think sometimes we look at it and we're like, oh, I just beat them, or they ran this time this weekend, but I ran this time. So if we look at it from time to time, but it doesn't determine anything, but I think it only benefits just because you see where you're at, and it's so much confidence if you're beating those people who you've struggled to go up against this early on in the season. And even if you're not, it really doesn't mean anything because we have 4 or 5 weeks till we're there. So much can happen in that time frame.
we asked Coach about the women's team, obviously now ranked in the top 25. Is that something you personally look at, or the women's team as a whole, or do you have any thoughts about that?
I really not focused on it. I mean, I think it's great, but also as a girls, we've rallied around it, and we definitely thought that like this ranking should have been coming. Like, it should have happened by now, just because we know the numbers we have and the people we have. Like, we have so much potential that we're not a top 25 team. We're a top 10 team, and we're just waiting for everyone to peak at the right moment and do their part, because we have so much potential, and once the marks show, we'll be there, and we know we can bring a big squad to the regional meet and even nationals, and it's like our time to dominate too, just like the guys have been.
So was that a relief to see that, or was it kind of like, was it more just like finally we got recognized for that?
I feel like it's a finally we got recognized, and also not to like shut people up, but just to show that like we're not just a men's track and field team, we are women, and like we have so many talented freshmen too that they're getting ready to start doing performances. So once like we're more of an outdoor team, we picked up Seasons in the discus, and she's like throwing 174, and she's top 10 in the country. So once we get everyone together on board by Big 12s, I think we should do what we need to do to be even higher than top 25.
Does part of you kind of like sort of being the underdog though, because you can kind of sweep in and just almost take people by surprise?
Yeah, I like that better, just because no one's counting on you. You're actually being counted out. So it's no outside pressure. The only pressure you put on yourself, but it's also that kind of mentality of, well, I'm not expected to go win conference or do this, so what do I have to lose? You can go in more relaxed, and when you're more relaxed and happy, big things happen. And I saw that with myself last year. Like, I hadn't hit the marks I needed to hit, but I just went in just to go win Big 12s, and I surprised myself and was ranked 5th in the multi. So.
Well, I think it's a great fun, because like seeing your teammates getting to that level, and that's like a prayer of every athlete and the wish of every athlete to get to that stage in their life as a student athlete. So him getting to that particular stage of his career and his life as a student athlete, I think it's like a way of motivating every other person that you can do it also, and I think it's been so interesting so far.
Is he a guy as a teammate that makes you better, that kind of challenges you and sort of challenges the guys around him?
Well, I think we have great teammates around that like always challenge. We challenge each other to like do much better. A person of Vince, AJ, CJ, like we are always together, like to always like motivate ourselves. We always tell ourselves we can do better and just go to a meet and just do what we know how to do best. And I think with like the company you keep matters a lot, and I think we've like being a positive company to each other, like believing in each other and telling each other what to do. I think it's been so great.
Is it almost like just being able to relax a little bit, finally being in the outdoors, since you spent obviously a season doing indoor, and that was kind of a challenge for you. It sort of stretched you a little bit, it made you grow as an athlete, but this is something you're more comfortable with, just being able to run out.
Well, I think it's good. Like I have to recover from all the races of the indoor, because it's like the first time I'm competing indoor, and I'm transited down to the outdoor right now. So I think the time my coach knows much better, so he understands my body, so he just gave me that time to recover. And now like getting set to kick off the outdoor season, and I think we're just good to go. What we just need to do is just go there to do what we know how to do best. And
does it get you excited now that you've come outdoors? Is there a different excitement for that, because it kind of feels like a new season?
It's somehow excited, like a new season, like a new beginning. Like we're out from the indoor, out of the bank, now running straight, and I think it's gonna be interesting, because like this is what I'm used to. So I'm just praying to God that His grace should be sufficient for me, and I have an injury-free season in this outdoor season.
What's your favorite fast food restaurant?
Oh, I think I don't really have a favorite food restaurant.
Really?
Yeah.
Come on, Divine. That's a lie.
Well, I think I prefer going to like the McDonald's, like just go there. Yeah.
That's good. I was just curious.
Yeah.
You don't eat fast food in the season though, do you?
No, I don't eat. I cook myself, and sometimes I invite my teammate, but so we just like stay together, eat and have fun. Sometimes it's not all about going out to eat those fries food when you're in season. Just like stay away from those food. Like being an athlete, you have to discipline yourself about some set of things, because it's not what everyone eats. You eat because you're different. So that's what.
What do you cook for your teammates?
Sometimes we make chicken, we make some vegetables, we make some rice. Like I love cooking a lot, so it's just something I just do out of my own time, and we just come together, eat as friends, and have fun.
Well, we're friends. Maybe I'll
Uh,
invite me sometime.
yeah, like my best friend in track, the person of AJ is like always around. Vince, Rick, like all of them, like Shaz, like we all come together, just have good time, like stuff like that.
Like your relay guys.
Yeah, just really guys because I don't know. I feel more comfortable around with the guys, not the girls, because I just.
Do you feel like though being so close to them, like off the track, affects the relationship and the way that you guys compete?
Sorry.
Like just spending time with your relay guys. I mean, how do you feel like being best friends with them when you're not here doing tracks with the guys?
Oh, it's fun like being with them outside the track because like being with them outside the track, still we still like talk about the track, talks about how the next week is gonna go and other stuff. And we like sometimes we just like play some games, play, laugh, and sometimes track is not all about being serious. It's just all about having a good time. And when you come, you just know how to do what you want to do, and you just see yourself performing well. Because by the time you think you want to be so serious about it, and you just got yourself messed up. So things like that just happen occasionally.